Bruh.
Hey, traders. How are y'all doing? Welcome to episode 1108. You could be doing anything, you're here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Just starting the stream like we always do with Bitcoin. Had a little nice move up. I mean, not much, man. Come on, dude. It's like the same price it's been, you know, for a week now. It's just on the upside of that, right? That little range between 99.50 and really 10,500. Where I do think, right? I mean, it's like, if you rally, then you could see 10,550. We haven't tested it yet. We got a size 10,496 earlier today. Things were looking okay, and then got a bearish engulfing candle. But that bearish engulfing candle pretty much just helped with a back test of a breakout of just like the structure. Like, you know, when there's just not... This is all the data we have, man, on the 4 hour right now. That's all we got. So, doing what I can. And so, you held it, and now you're trying to rally here. The futures have just reopened again, everywhere, and it wasn't a good day. It was a bad day everywhere, dude. I mean, like, every sector kind of sucked it up. Where you had energy as the worst performer, but I mean, we're talking tech got hit hard. We're gonna look at a lot of those assets today. Biotech got hit pretty hard today. Stay-at-home assets got hit today. I mean, just about everything. Banks got hit today. Airlines, cruise lines fared okay. Retail was good today, right? I mean, so there were a couple, but these are normally like inversing each other, right? It's like, I feel like yesterday, where all the ones that are winning today were doing terrible yesterday, and vice versa the day before. So, all right. So, I mean, you'd think if this downsloping old resistance acts as support for real, then 10,550 could be achieved, and it's not a big deal. It doesn't mean you're gonna moon. Just means like there's a resistance there that we've tested before, but not again. And so if you ever broke 10,550, 10,982 is a very reasonable target to the upside. If you test 10,550 and fail, 10,078 would be a decent target. 99.50 also, right? These are support resistances looking left. And really, there was RSI divergence, certainly. And it extended on, you know, even 2 days ago, it was going on the RSI, right? But just the MACD, not showing it yet, man. It just wasn't showing it, so a lot of uncertainty going on right now. I mean, this is what really catalyzed the dump today, and you can see the scarring. These are just 5-minute charts, but I mean, this is the dumping that happened. I'm talking like as the news broke. What was the news? Well, the news was Democrats in the Senate voted to block the passage of a coronavirus stimulus package after months of stalled negotiations between Democrats and Republicans. All right, the vote was 52-47, and the measure needed 60 votes to pass. The $500 billion bill would include a federal unemployment benefit, Paycheck Protection Program, of course, PPP, funding and additional money for more coronavirus testing. If the bill was to pass, which it didn't, money would have also been directed to schools. So every single Democrat voted against the stimulus package, and the only Republican who voted against it was, Senator Ron Paul from Kentucky. So, hey, Mitch McConnell said something. If you want to even hear what this guy says, all right, whatever. Every Senate Democrat just voted against hundreds of billions of dollars of COVID-19 relief. They blocked money from schools, testing, vaccines, unemployment insurance, and the PPP. Their goal is clear: no help for American families before the election. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of his opinion, man. But it could be that. Also, there were just terms that Democrats didn't want. All right, I think they wanted like $25 billion for USPS or something, dude. I don't know. But guess what? Hey, stop talking about politics, man. Well, you know what, man? That stuff, when that broke, this market dumped everywhere. Like, almost everywhere. And what didn't dump? What pumped? Good old gold. Or, sorry, the US dollar, which is gold today. Alright? Kind of bullish pin bar stuff. We better look out, dude. If the DXY touches 93.61, I've got an alert set up. I mean, that would be a confirmed partial decline. And if we do get a confirmed partial decline just based on technical analysis, it might be a little different here. There's a 70% chance of a breakout of the upside. Yeah. And so it's like kind of, you think about that, and you say, wait a second, man, this is the US dollar. We can't do technical analysis on it. All right, fine. We won't do technical analysis on the US dollar, which, how is it measured? Through an aggregate of different Forex pairs, right? One of them, I think the biggest one being the euro to the US dollar high. We're looking at the literal inverse chart of the US dollar. I mean, it doesn't get much more perfect than that. So, we have a potential partial rise on the euro, to where if it ever tested at 1.17654, 70% chance of breaking out the downside. What are you also testing? 119. You look left, man. Big time mega resistance from history. Historical ice line back from August 2017. So look out. You don't want, I mean, for the sake of trades and equities and stuff, you don't really want to see US dollar pump, have a massive rally. It's negatively affecting everything. You can see it. All right. So good luck. Hidden bearish divergence certainly on the MACD on the euro. I guess you make a high and then a lower high with higher levels of positive momentum. At least on the 4 hours, not on the daily or anything, but whatever. Just noting. Right there. So and it's playing out, starting to anyway, but we'll see. Alright, so just back to Bitcoin, man. There's not much of an edge, there's not too much to look at all. Right, like trade setup, you just go get a coin, man, flip it. Flip a coin. And then come back after the coin was flipped and you guessed right and be like, I told you, man, I told you. It's like, what are your variables? What are the variables you use to come to a reasonable determination that the asset was going to go that way? Oh, dude, just don't worry about it. Trust me, bro. Oh, man, if you can't present an argument with technical analysis, there's just no point, dude. Alright, so coming back a little bit more recharged today. Man, yesterday was rough. I got a lot of sleep. S&P 500. Right? Pretty nasty, right? Pretty nasty day. Closed 3,338. Down 1.76%. Again, everything was kind of okay. You were certainly inside the upsloping structure before that news broke. And as soon as it happened, boom. So here's some bad news for you. The S&P 500 is below its previous all-time highs from the pre-China virus. Right? It's holding on to its another previous all-time high that goes back to January 22nd. Well, where we all thought maybe that was the top because there was so much extreme bearish divergence. You did reverse, but then rallied again one more time before that huge, triple black swan event occurred. Man, what a bamboozle, if you can remember that if you watch. So the TA was respected, then underperformed, and it was like, I don't know now. Then, yeah, so you closed near session lows, that hidden bullish divergence, at least on the Qs, not looking so good anymore, right? I mean, look, you know, the next support, if this breaks, the S&P 500 could see a very nasty move down about 100 points, right? I mean, because there's legit nothing really below you until 3200, 3213, all right? That's so there could be a haircut in store, a continuation of the haircut in store for the SPX if market participants don't like what's going on right now. Clearly they didn't like that news. All right, and this is across the board. Okay, so you go to the NASDAQ composite. All right, pretty bad, man. I mean, we're talking, this is a conservative as heck, a really conservative way of looking at the NASDAQ from the March lows. Bro, you had so much leeway. You even bounced off of it. And things were looking good, just like the Qs. And then the news catalyst. I mean, that's pretty bad. I guess because maybe like everyone knew that this vote was going on, and there was a chance. Dude, 52 votes, and all they needed was eight more votes, and you had 0 Democrats vote on it, right? I mean, so that means like market participants kind of knew maybe this has got a chance, and it's a decent chance of that $500 billion stimulus bill passing, and it didn't. Yeah, man, this is what happens, Larry. It can't. So, again, same thing where, hey, there's hidden bullish divergence until you get a candle close below 10,786. You haven't gotten it yet, but very well could. Okay, you're breaking this crazy conservative upsloping channel.
Is that a joint?
Hey, it's Grub, man. What's up, dude?
Bruh.
We need to flesh out the Portnoy crowd before running again. The coconuts on that guy.
Yeah. I'm sure anyone who has that amount of money, it's impossible to really know how it feels except people with that much money. So, yeah, it's easy for us. I don't know, dude. Again, it's, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That guy's an influencer somehow because he sold a media company or something for a lot of money, right? I mean, okay. He influences people, and people listen to it. Shipment has arrived. All right. So, you know, the NASDAQ composite, though, thank you, Grub, man. I don't even know. I don't really have much of an opinion on the guy. Like, it publicly announcing what you're doing all the time, it doesn't make you look smart, does it? Because, like, everything he's been doing has just been, like, inversing him. So, anyway, 10,823. Okay, that's viable. Like, you're above that still. But I think if the NASDAQ composite breaks below 10,823, like the S&P 500 breaks below that 3333 area, right? I mean, you could see a nasty drop. I mean, I think the next support after 10,823 is 10,200. Like, really, let me get rid of the Fibonacci extensions that were extremely, you know, real. I mean, it reversed majorly just above the golden mean ratio. Not bad. But look, I mean, look left. There's nothing here. There's absolutely nothing here. You could see a 600-point drop very fast if this is to continue, if support doesn't hold. So just be aware. You've got that going on. We're very close to a breakdown. And then you've got the US dollar here that is quite possibly poised for much higher prices if the US dollar does sometime this evening or in a little while, you know, sometime today or the next day, test 93.59. You know, like the NASDAQ, everything's gonna be dumping if this is pumping. Okay, so and it's the like exact same situation, but a little worse for the Qs, the NASDAQ 100. That if you break 269.29, man, where you want to argue their support, there might be a little support locally at 251. You can see a big dump in tech. I mean, like, and how does tech dump? I mean, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, right? Those dump. Those continue to dump. Yeah, Qs are going to break this critical support and go all the way down to at least test 250. You break 250, you're going to 237, which was your previous all-time highs pre-communist China virus, all right? So this is like the hidden bullish divergence. Started well, started great, and then news, and then boom, destroyed. So let's go to the top gainer on the S&P 500 today, which was Tapestry, which is something we've been eyeballing for months because of the structure. The structure that developed a continuation of accumulation, right? One low, a second low, and a third low. And now you're getting more higher lows. Higher lows, man. So it was up 8.37% today. Very good, but it's not over. I mean, you don't break out of the structure until $18, so long way to go before that's confirmed. So this is it, man. This is like the best the stock market had today, really. Nikola destroyed. Short seller came out, called it a big old fraud, down 12+%. GG no re, man. I mean, it was up 50%. All those gains, I think, are about gone now. Call Shabon in a few minutes. What? Scrub team, probably, right? Oh, I gotta figure this out. Is something worth talking about bookie about, man? Oh my god! I have money on this. I already have money. I didn't know they were playing tonight. Miami and UAB. Okay, I've got Miami at -4. Right? It's a 3-game, 10-point teaser. It was tied with BYU and something else. So all Miami has to do is just win by 5 points. And I'm good. So how does that how is UAB? Like I'm telling you, how does UAB upset Miami tonight? They won't. It's not going to happen. All right. I don't know. Grub might have a different opinion, dude. I don't know, man. Look, I know UAB football. All right, that's my hometown. Kappa. So, anyway, this was a top gainer. And then we got Rubbermaid. You know, that's the second top gainer today. NWL. Dude, look at this. All right. NWL. It's really strong. It looks like Under Armour a little bit. This is stupid amounts of accumulation. There's a sell wall, 1750. You break this, man, for real, you could have a nice time. But you need to look at the weekly on NWL. This is Rubberbrand or Rubbermaid.
Glad you are doing better today. Could we peek at Snap on the weekly? Thanks, brother.
Thank you, J-Tog. Yeah, man, we'll look at the Snapchat, dude. Great application, man. Just kidding. But this is the weekly on Rubbermaid. Okay, they're the people that do like the right. They like the the mop buckets and stuff that are Rolly. Commercial, industrial stuff. It's a conglomerate. So this chart, they IPO'd, I guess, in 1972. All right, you're looking at Rubbermaid at very low risk, high reward opportunity areas. And there's a couple reasons why they're at low risk. For an 78% retrace. This is a bullish cipher. 38% retrace. 786, but it went to the 886, and that's okay. That doesn't mean it's not a low risk, high reward area. It's just because there was support resistance back from 1976 and 2011 it had to test. So it tested it, and there's a low and a slightly lower low, right? Shortening of the thrust stuff. All this divergence on the weekly with it, right? So there could be lots of upside in store for NWL over the coming next year or two. Okay, remember, this is the weekly, so it's slow but significant time scale. A new wave could be starting, and you see that there's all kinds of room to run to the upside, where you think that eventually, if things start going, $32. It's just wild, though, right? This thing had a real nice run from 2009 all the way up to the double top. Its demise in July 2017. Been a multi-year downtrend, but dude, things are looking interesting on the weekly. Can't argue with that. That was second top gainer today. So let's look at Tyson Foods, TSN, all the tendies, the frozen tendies. They've been supplying us, all right? Whoa, man. Broadening top out the yin-yang, isn't it? Didn't even look at it on the weekly. Only look at it on the daily. Look at this. That's gorgeous. The tendies, man. Right, 2 diverging trend lines. But, you know, I mean, until it breaks, it's got $66.92 to $70. Let's just say 67 to 70. You break that $3 range, you get a real nice time to the upside. But, you know, that's about it on the weekly. Not much of an edge or anything. But the daily was all right. Where just accumulation, man. Accumulation, higher lows, and a sell wall. Certainly a sell wall right here. I mean, right at this $65 area. You just can't break it. You had an up thrust here. So the 4-hour thing is where I have everything charted, maybe? Yeah, it's just kind of like this, man. Where started that resistance here, and you thrusted through it, and look, you're testing it again. And now you see the higher lows. Even this low here is higher than this low. And now another higher low. So, ascending triangle behavior on Tyson Foods, frozen chicken tendies. 3.61% today. Very nice, man. Very nice. If you want to see the top loser on the S&P 500 today, we can look at it. Could be setting up for a harmonic at some point, but I don't know. Look. So this is EOG. Let's go to the weekly on it. Let's see how... Wow. Wow, man. Is this already becoming a harmonic or something? It's already an X, A, B, C, D thing? I'm just talking about here. It could be setting up for a harmonic in time. No, that's too deep, right? Far too deep of a retrace. 786. So, you know, can't really do anything on the weekly, nothing yet. You just began to build negative momentum for the first time since May of this year, early May. Down 12% on the weekly, but today it closed down 9.22%. And I'm just looking here, you know, we're just doing notable stuff, right? Because when crypto's not doing anything, man, what do you want me to do, right? And there's not much of an opportunity. So this is an 8.8, that'd be a bat, right? So you'd be waiting for an 8.86 right here. Don't know if you'll have an opportunity by the time it gets there. But that's what you're looking for. This is where dreams are made for harmonics, okay? After large drawdowns, you paint the XABCD and you show exhaustion, right? At that level. So be interesting. Meh, no edge yet, but you know, something to look at, something to look forward to, maybe. Okay, so let's switch gears back to crypto for a minute, because we only looked at Bitcoin. Let's look. We're in Ethereum, second largest crypto out there. Bear flag's still intact, right? I mean, this is literally what I said 2 days ago. Hey, man, Ethereum could eventually find its way all the way up to 380, 376. But of course, it could keep rallying, and that'd be great. I mean, of course, right? For holders out there, right? People speculating and betting on this for the long term, sure, it'd be great for them. But still not sold yet. I'm not sold on crypto yet. For a trade, it could just keep going to the moon, and with no edge, congratulations on the moon. But how did it get there? Without an edge. Okay, then whatever. We don't trade that. We'll trade something with an edge because we're playing the numbers game as traders. We can't afford to just gamble on assets that sell off violently, form bear flags, and to go long on them, right? So I think Jerome Powell speaks tomorrow. Am I wrong here? So that would he be the one that saves the markets? Because it looks like the money printer is jamming pretty hard right now. And you know, man, like from watching the stream now, if you've been paying attention, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ Composite Qs, I'm sure the Dow Jones, they are at critical supports, and if they break them, there could be another very, very significant drawdown right to the next supports. So that's why I'm here, man, right? Like, I'm providing you with the value that you want. Like, hey, man, all right, so that could be bad. We break that support, dude. Oh, man, Ethereum is looking like maybe a bear flag. Okay. What's up, Jeff Miller? He says, got the harmonics canvas and poster, the candlestick tapestry, and now the hoodie. How's Ari looking? Not good, man. I mean, but depends on your outlook, like the length of time on your outlook. Oh, man, look at that. Without the flag there. I mean, it's just like you went up and you back tested the old structure as resistance for the first time ever today on Ethereum. And no higher. But yeah, you'd think like eventually the negative momentum would just be, the bulls would get the ball back eventually. So that's one thing that is kind of weird. Same thing on Bitcoin, where it could just get a larger move to the upside because of the way the daily histogram looks. Just looks kind of like drawn out. Yeah, Ari did. One thing, and this is just hit hard, man. Like, what do? It was fine, and then the news comes out, and then it's back to 1089. It closed the day below critical support. I mean, if there's follow price action on the break to the downside, yeah, you could be in a lot of trouble. I mean, the trade could be in trouble, but really the thing is, the asset could go to 922. Unfortunately, I'm gonna show you on the weekly. The weekly, man, all the way down to like, back from 2015. You just think that this is such a strong support here. The divergence is so strong that like it wouldn't go down to that level. But now, the weekly is already, just as you painted a bullish engulfing candle last week, and then you were starting to break out on Monday, Tuesday. Nope, rug pull, whole market, man. The macro pulls back, and pharmaceuticals across the board are looking very similar, if not identical, in the selling. Okay, so back in the wedge. The monthly, I mean, these are all pointing to upside. All pointing to upside. Look at this. If it fails, it fails, right? Ivan Drago it. You got to. So yeah, man, it's like disappointing. What a promising start. But down 6.8% today. One thing about this that it was so close, like 800, almost 900,000 volume. You know how our criteria is 1 million. That is like something I've noticed about it. After hours trading, on liquid assets, they don't do what Aries done. It's very low liquidity.
Please give a shout out to Javier Cruz. It's his first time here, a new trader in the making. We finally have another crane operator in the family, clinking bear mugs.
What's up, Javier Cruz, man? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for at least listening to me for a few minutes, right? I mean, at some point, for every viewer here or member of the community, it's a first impression, right? So you could be watching me now. You could be watching me back in the day when I had a Viking hat on after I'd chugged a few beers, right? So thanks for giving me a chance. Whether you continue to watch, hey, man, it's all good. Free to do what you want. But grateful. Thank you. Thanks, Skylar.
Bruh. Is that a joint?
I think I did that. So yeah, Ari. This is like, alright, Holy Grail type setup. This is one that every swing trader, or at least here, should be modeling their next trade setups as, right? But remember, TA is great, but without, like, remember the Holy Trinity. Technical analysis, you gotta have that. What's the next thing you gotta have? Risk management. What's the next thing you gotta have? Position sizing, proper position sizing. Because, like, think about it. If you apply technical analysis, you find the Holy Grail setup, and you don't practice good position sizing, and the trade goes against you, you could blow up your account because you think it's just too good. So you have to remain disciplined. Like, your trades should be similar in position size, so one can't destroy 3 others, right? So just because this is Holy Grail-esque stuff, it should be treated just like, oh, pretty good trade setup, man. It should be treated that way in terms of how much you wager. Yeah, so across the board, man, kind of blah. Not so good, man. Not so good. Crypto, you know, man, you know, I was looking through crypto and stuff. It's like, hey, these assets are, you know, bouncing off critical ice lines. Of course, they should. They really should bounce off these supports because, I mean, these have all been plotted, right? This was inverse head and shoulders territory down here, and look at the really nice bounce since the bottom. Scalpers gotta love it. Swing traders, it's not that. I mean, again, dude, you need more time. You can't just have one wave down and be taking longs. Scalpers do that though. So wait for an edge. You're not even close to your previous high on Dash. Talking about collective crypto markets, very similar to Dash right here, where they're at these really nice supports. They're bouncing off of them. Makes sense. The limit buys would be there, right? Bots would set them up. You're rallying. You're not making higher highs. If anything, look how severe the hidden bearish divergence is right now on Dash. That is nasty. Where you make a high on price, a much lower high on price, and you have much higher levels of positive momentum, and that positive momentum is waning, right? You're losing it. It's going neutral again. It might be the bearish ball again soon. So no edge. So maybe, dude, maybe we get a violent dump. Bitcoin dumps too because there's no edge, right? And we could gain an opportunity at $60. Think about Dash coming down, selling off, getting to $60, and then that freaking RSI and MACD do this, dude. Right? Get all the way to oversold territory. That's what I want, dude. Right? That's what you want. And that I'm painting like the hypothetical, right? The what we want always, every single time as a swing trader. This is what we're looking for, man. It never changes. It's always the same. Isn't that beautiful? You have a system and you stick with your system because you know it works playing the numbers game. Look, this is what we want, all right? We want a big sell-off, one more big sell-off on Dash. We want it to lose $14 of value from where it is now, and then we want to see this, all right? Not just here, on Monero, on Link, on Cardano, on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on Airy, on Nvidia, on the NASDAQ, on everything, man, okay? So no edge. Still no edge. We're waiting for it. You'll be informed when an edge occurs, right? That's why you watch. So I feel like a meteorologist, and there's like a hurricane out in the Atlantic that just came off the coast of Africa, and it's like not even named yet, you know, or maybe it's just starting to develop and it just got a name. It's a tropical depression. It's a joke, man. It's a tropical disturbance. We need more time. We need more data. Okay? Great. But dude, it's like fucking. I feel like a broken record here. All right, or we could go anywhere. I mean, Cardano, same thing. All right, no divergence. It's running up. It fell below a very critical ice line. 9.8 cents, 9.99, 10 cents. It's testing it as resistance now, man. It was once supposed to be support, but nay. Now resistance. You are below critical areas on Cardano. That's not good. And you don't have exhaustion. There's not really seller exhaustion IMO. And yes, pretty, it's not as bad here. The hidden bearish divergence or so. But man, Not what you're looking for. Whew. Right? I mean, hey, man, maybe if you get back above the critical ice line of 9 or 10 cents, it could be good. But until then, I'll tell you, hey, I'll say this. Maybe on the daily MACD, there's a little bit of divergence. Maybe. Like a low on price, a lower low. You almost made a separate histogram island, right? RSI, no help, really. So, yeah, man, it's not easy right now. It's just like I want to help. I want to do everything I possibly can to find an edge for all of you, but right now it's just it's not there. J Talks, my bad, dude. We'll look. Yes, snap connect. It looks like a falling wedge. We can try to look at it. Let's try to see if there's a falling wedge or so. I don't really know, man. Where are you even gonna anchor? Where do you even begin to anchor here? You anchoring here, dude? Really not clear. Hold on. I mean, there is a downsloping demand line, it seems, for now. But where do you anchor here, right? If you do it like this, how is that a falling wedge, right? I mean, it's not a falling wedge, it's a descending broadening wedge, but again, like, sellers aren't exhausted according to the 4 hour. The daily, they might be a little exhausted, okay? So yeah, you get a rally, 10 cents, 10.681 cents. But look how far away you are from your previous local high. I mean, that's a lot of work to be done. That's how we know the reversal's happening on ADA. ADA eventually has to break above 12.5 cents and hold above it and stay above it for a little while for us to be able to say, all right, the correction's over on Cardano, chat. It's over. We're going bullish again. But we're at 9.7 cents right now, so we're not there yet. Cully, that's great to hear, man. Sorry you had to depart, but glad you made it back. All right. So futures climbing a little bit. Not really Dow Jones. Nasdaq's climbing somewhat, 0.36% up. Bitcoin futures right now sitting at 10,390. Not very far off from spot price. So, what was it? Snapchat Connect. Yes. Let's go, dude. So what was your question, man, about the weekly?
Yo, can I hear you analyze GE money making Mitch?
Hey, Jake, thanks for the 333. General Electric, yep, sure. Ancient harmonic pattern, the shark, but yeah, we'll look at it. So, let's see. Snap on the weekly. Attempted rally. Ugh, lower high. Oh my god. Is that hidden bearish divergence on the 4 hour I see? Yes, I do. From the highest high, the sell off, and now we have a much lower high. Sorry. But yeah, the weekly, holy crap, you know, Snapchat's like working on a bullish engulfing candle. So less than a day to go until this weekly candle closes. That'd be very strong. And then you look at Snapchat, oh man. If you get a strong close tomorrow on Snapchat, it could be destined to go higher. But look where you are. It seems like there is certainly some sort of support resistance that you're flirting with, right? 23, 28 or so, it's like you're kind of above it. So one more day of trading. If it survives and really can close, you want this to close as strong as possible tomorrow. You could continue this attempted rally, right? You sell off and you're attempting the rally now. And man, if that's it, that's extreme amounts of bullish convergence. Not overbought. 63 to 64 on the weekly. Very strong weekly chart right now on Snapchat. All right. And it all started with what? A breakout of a downsloping structure since its IPO. You broke out of it. You then back tested it a couple times in April and May of 2019. Then you created the XABCD pattern. I mean, the textbook Jesus pattern, right? The cipher. This is what we look for too. I mean, which one was it? Yeah, NWL, same thing. I don't even think I showed NWL on the weekly. Maybe I did. But it's like when you break out of these, you're looking for the XABCDs. Great combo.
Could we check save?
Yes, we can. Thank you. Yeah, it's rather disappointing. I mean, you know, just the sell-off continues, and not sure if there's anything good going on right now with GE. You know, with this, you figured eventually 50% retrace 941 because of the bearish 5.0. Never got it. You only got to the 382, which is great because the 382, at least understanding what Fibonacci is, it hit the common retrace zone before reversing majorly the downside. So very little bids, distribution going on, lower highs locally, and now we're at this base. We closed right at the same low from August, early August. So, you know, the market continues the way it's been, then you're eventually going to see 545 again on GE. You're below the low from December 2018 right now. Not good, man. So the harmonic did certainly play out, but 100% underperformed because, well, if you look left, you can see the context here, right? Bearish. This is, though, I mean, though, yeah, it's underperforming. There are many times where assets, after big drawdowns, I mean, maybe not this big, but after big drawdowns, we see harmonics develop like this, and they usher in major reversals to the upside. It's not over for GE, this sharp.
Can you talk blue sky breakout potentials on DKNG? Rock on.
Christopher, thank you for the 5 super chat. Sure. Donkey Kong. Just kidding. It's DraftKings. Yes. So yeah, again, not over, you know, really until it, I mean, you know, 495 to 530, you know what that is. You got to look left. You got to go the daily, maybe even the weekly to see it. Yeah, right here. I mean, this is GE 2009 was 550. You go back further. You know, you got support 1991 at $5, man. 1987, right around my own IPO, Kappa, get it, IPO, my birth. You're sitting in that same support resistance around 550, 530. So, I guess, yeah, the drawdown could continue if critical supports are broken, but man, you can't, it's hard to say that it's not somewhat of a lower risk area to long it, but yeah, trend sucks for now. You topped out in December 2016. There's been no relief since then. It's been almost straight line down for years, 4 years of gross. No, 2 years, and then the harmonic developed, and so this size of this harmonic's multi-year, right? So pretty significant structure. It's not going well, man. All right. Yeah, what can you do, man? What can you even do on stuff like save when the macro dumps sideways? I mean, nothing. Like, you know, a couple days ago, what a great start, and then the past 2 days, about the exact same outcome. Nothing. Just range bound between 17.25 and 18.24. So it's not dead, and it's just failing to launch.
Bruh.
You know, either it's a complex inverse head and shoulders idea or a right angle descending broadening formation idea. Both considered bullish reversal patterns, but neither of them are real patterns until they break their respective resistance, which is at 1945. You're not even, I mean, you're trying, man, but hey, I do really like how it held today versus how the index funds did not hold, right? So I guess that's okay. That's kind of a sign of strength, a little bit. I mean, really. So patience is required. No harm, no foul quite yet. So even if the stop out happens, right, on this, and it keeps dumping, man, I'll tell you, I mean, if it comes and pivots down to like 1430, makes a lower low, and never tests this support again and starts rallying, man, that could be good too. So there's still opportunity on this, man. There's your save. Save us. Yep, there you go, dude. This old DraftKings, what a breakout, man. A breakout. Descending, broadening wedge. The supply line was busted. Scuffed 3 white soldiers, kind of. So, you know, we have not broken into blue sky yet. 44, 47 is upon you, though. If you were to break it, easy targets, man. Easiest targets of my life. High to low. You've got 49, 45. Let's just say $50 would be your first target. Psychological resistance, duh. That's it. I wish there's more to it, man. I mean, at this point, what can I say? I mean, we had already looked at this, already identified the pattern, and now you've broken out. As of yesterday, you broke out. All-time highs, right? I mean, you're very, very close to all-time highs. Up 5.35% today, and then after hours, DraftKings is up 3.55%. So currently, post-market, $44.05. So just butting up against that previous all-time high from June 2nd of this year. There you go, man. First target, 49.45. Your golden mean ratio, if you're wondering, is $55 and change. All right. Hopefully that helps. So I hope you're all having a good day despite the circumstances of the market. If you're enjoying this live stream at all, hit that like button, that bell. That's my cadence. I sometimes have to say that, so thank y'all. Really appreciate all the support. 880 of y'all tuned in. 260 likes. To be expected. Yeah. Not many people like me. I get it. All right. You don't have to tell me. You can just tell me by not liking the stream. Okay. Man, that's crazy, dude. That's freaking crazy on this. Hold on. So let's look at total market cap crypto. Oh man, that's a throwback right there. Salute your shorts. Football's back. Will there be tailgating at Bama games this year? They're outlawed. It's outlawed right now. Our football picks and Patreon for Saturday. I already gave Patreon picks for football already. It's like a live bet. It's already in action. One part of the bet has already covered. There's two more parts. It was a 3-game, 10-point teaser. Let me see what else you said. Sorry. Our football picks and the Patreons for Saturday, or not yet. Roll Tide, Kings. Thank you. Salute your shorts. Again, man, like, hey, if you're a patron and you paid attention, BYU minus 1.5. Remember that? Remember what the score ended up being on that? Yeah. So here's your total, and I adjusted here. Man, I should have done this before. Silly me, right? I just was using the first anchor point and this anchor point, right? And it really didn't make much sense. But when I used like the first two, like legit 1 and 2, right? Just this and this. Look how well respected it was. So shame on me, but. You know, on the bottom side, it looks like, man, think about total coming down here to 285 billion again. Yeah, this is the only thing that really just kind of makes you think why it's a coin flip, maybe, for upside, right? Why it's not so bearish. It's not stupid bearish, man, because this is just long, drawn out negative history. Look, very similar to what we saw during the communist China virus crash, right? Right, very similar, drawn out, negative momentum, so that's why I think there might be a coin flip. So if it lands on one side of the coin, it could rally to the upside because of this. Then that's the only thing. There's no other edge besides that, and that's not much of an edge anyway. So, but yeah, where are we on total? 319 billion testing a resistance from where? Oh boy, right? It's a resistance from March of 2018, a resistance from May of 2018. Testing it as resistance, man, not support. So yeah, I mean, you hit a peak of 383 billion, 319 billion now. Got us low on the sell-off to 293 billion. It's really not that much damage, dude. Really not that big of a deal. I mean, if you think about it, really, like your uptrend's still intact until you fall below this discernible swing low from late June of 250 billion. So things are still okay on the total market cap, for real. Not sure if that's the case. What a good question, though. My God, dude. I can't even believe it. I mean, I can, I guess, but this is nuts, man. So freaking nuts. Alright. Someone asked a question. Are the forest fires in California causing the lumber's futures price movement, do you think? I think recently, certainly. Right? Almost 100%, yeah, right? I mean, there was a big sell-off that was happening for lumber futures. We were watching it last week, and it got all the way down to 781. But look what's happening now. Look at the recovery, and now you're getting a bullish engulfing candle after somewhat of a hanging man, weird, right, inverted hammer stuff. But I mean, yeah, look, it's at all-time highs right now. Just a little off on the weekly. But look, the lumber futures chart goes back to 1972, 1973. It's been range bound since, I mean, look, even you could say till this year, because this was an up thrust after and it dumped right back into it. And then COVID crash, right? You hit this demand line and you're just gone now. So yeah, probably. But it's not just that. It's also the fact that we have a record number of people mass exodusing, I guess you could say, cities, right? Going to suburbs and rural areas because of the civil unrest that is worse than it's been in a very, very long time. So existing home sales, all-time highs. Brand new home sales, all-time highs. People don't want to live in the city anymore. Why would you want to? Like, why do people want to put up with that crap, right? Mobs of people rioting, lawlessness, right? Do you want to put up with that? I mean, if you're in here and you lived in a metro and you're moving, I mean, let me know. Say something in the chat, right? It's absurd. And then you have, unfortunately, you have officials in the government that were elected that are okay. They're not doing anything about the riots. And they're definitely not accepting help from the feds to intervene to take the cities back. So, I mean, it's a really weird situation, dude. Dystopian. I mean, this is like a Black Mirror episode we're living right now. I've never even seen the show, but I know it's like that, right? Nero's getting out of Portland. Oh my God, dude. Portland's just like, what? Is Portland even America anymore? The United States? Doesn't it? No. Probably not really. Tony lives in the metro, but he's planning his exit or his family's exit. Yeah, Andy, I mean, I haven't heard like or read about anything in Denver. I mean, it's not all metropolitans, dude, that are doing it. It's just some that are extremely overpopulated and policy is a certain way, right? All right, so lumber futures, right? So that question, tried to answer it. Yeah, California fires are probably stoking the flames of the LBS 1 chart right now, right? Giving that oxygen to the fire of lumber futures, yeah. For sure. I mean, it's out of this world, it really is. No jail. No, I don't think so, man. Well, you want to look at commodities, we go down that rabbit hole. All right, look at sugar. All right, the diabetes commodity. Some bearish divergence was there on the daily. It reversed, but now it's making a higher low than the previous low, and now it's showing hidden bullish divergence. What? Diabetes is implying continuation to the upside. What? On the daily, man. Even on the RSI for now, right? If it keeps dumping, then no, it'll be invalid. But look, the MACD is helping you see that negative momentum's losing its oomph. So you want it to continue waning, going to neutral while the price rallies the upside. You go to the 4 hour to see if there's any help there. Nope, no help yet quite on sugar.
Is that a joint?
Can we take a look at VXRT, Mr. Hotshot?
Sure, Viet Cong. Thanks to 420. Thank you, man. So not much help, really, because it was kind of like Class C bullish divergence, like stagnation and momentum on a critical ice line back from March of this year. So it could bounce if the daily really is to play out the hidden divergence. Oh, dude, don't even forget this, dude. The bullish Gartley identified back in September of 2019. Anyone remember those, dude? I mean, this was the Jesus Gartley. It was so good, and then all the gains came back. Traders market, you know, trading commodities is a traders market. Trading crypto, traders market. It's not something you invest in. You don't invest in sugar, dude. You trade it. You trade it. You have a good time. You pump it. You dump it, right? You look for patterns. All right, we're good. Very efficient market. So whatever, man. That harmonic's just there, dude. You know, like you could have just plotted that any time. It's like, nah, that's not how it works, dude. If you truly need to see it, I show you the way. I mean, this is like stuff I try to teach. This is the stuff we look for, you know, as traders. Tried to show that earlier with Dash. I'll find it, man. Just give me a second. So I trimmed my beard. It took me like an hour. Dude, it sucks having a beard. If you really want like a professional style beard that's not like Homeless or Duck Dynasty, it's so much more work than just shaving. It really is. My God, man. Wow, it was like really one of the first things ever
Thanks for
mentioned.
your thoughts on lumber. Very interesting.
Frank, thank you, dude. Really appreciate it. You know, so along with home ownership or new homeowners or new home building and existing home sales being at all-time highs, gun ownership new gun ownership all-time highs the past 2 months. I'm not sure if I have the data or if there is even data out yet on August's new gun sales. It could have also been an all-time high record, right? So for consecutive months, right? That's part. People are freaking out, man. People are disturbed at what's going on in the country. Oh my god, did I find it, dude? I found it, man. Let's go, dude. Alright. This was published September 15th. Talking 5 days away from the 1 year anniversary of me publishing this to patrons. Sugar, right? Bullish Gartley. It's the Gartley, man. You can do this. You can learn how to do this stuff, man. I mean, it's the exact same. Look, 7.88. You know, it's like, you know, a little off there. 1.39. Okay, and then you do this. You zoom in and you can see it, dude. It's 788, 139. I mean, it literally reversed there. Look, the 16th. The next day, we became kings. Find the Gartleys, man. You can make tendies, okay? That's all this stream's kind of about, man. Is like, I don't know. I figured out a way to do this stuff, you know, through years and years of studying it, and now I'm trying to teach and show everyone how I learned it and how it works and stuff. And so now people are investing in themselves, and they're finding success in it. And you know, now we've got like a network of people looking for the same things. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. This is the dream, man. The dream community where we can all help each other. So the more people we have looking for this stuff, the better, dude. The more stuff we're going to find, the more tendies we're going to get. Okay, what was that? VX RT. Oh, hey, I remember this one, dude. Yay! It did exactly what probably should have happened in terms of wrecking people that shouldn't have been in this, right? Yeah, it had the crazy run. I think you've asked me about it, like up here, and it's like, what do you want from me? Who cares, right? But now it's dumped substantially since then. It hasn't seen positive momentum. This is VXRT since July 23rd. Straight line down, though. I mean, yeah, I guess there is a support right here, back from June of 2017, March of 2018, that it's holding on to. So yeah, I mean, maybe someone could argue classic divergence or something. It's diverging for sure. The RSI is not helping you at all, so you can get like a scrub rally and then dump again and then get some help on the RSI. So what's interesting is how it did pop, but now look, nothing. No bids. Not near enough bids. And you're just closing at the lowest level. Alright, today VXRT closed at its lowest point since, I mean, I don't know, I guess you could say, nah, dude, like lowest point, I don't even know, right? It's like 2018 of this rally, of this, or this sell-off, right? It's the lowest point of the entire sell-off. So that's not really good. Bearish engulfing candle painted today too. So, you know, you're normally looking for a Japanese candlestick reversal, which you had one yesterday, bamboozling people. But hey, macro sells off. You know, like even the best setups can't do anything when the macro sells like that. So maybe you had an inverted hammer reversal with the diverge yesterday, but again, you were thwarted with a bearish engulfing, so it may not be done. This breaks. If 472 breaks, you better look out. You're going to $4.10 or so. I mean, that's next. Right there, what is it? 413 is your target if 472 breaks, okay? That's it on VXRT. Nah. Gross, dude. I mean, whatever, dude. You could say, what is it? Let's just play around. Let's just literally screw around here. How are we going to do it, man? Are we going to go from the top to the bottom to the wick high, or are we going to go cipher? I think we should go from the very top to see what happens. Okay, that's a 618 right there. Wow, dude, look at that. Gartley, you're below the PCZ of the potential bullish Gartley. I don't know. I mean, maybe, man. Maybe VXRT or whatever reverses here, but I I need some more. I need something more convincing than a bearish engulfing candle today. But yeah, I mean, just using critical thinking here. A critical support after a huge drawdown in price, and your MACD on the daily is maybe showing some seller exhaustion. I don't know, man. It might be something to definitely pay attention to. Just keep your eye on it. I guess, right? You can also look at it like this. I'm talking about. Or would that have been it? It would have been like this. That's nothing. Oh, that could be a shark, I guess. A shark, though, is an 886, which had never hit yet, right? If you looked at it like this, the structure. Interesting. But I don't know, man, because this isn't near deep enough, I think. So I guess for both potential harmonics, you're in the zone of potential support resistance, right? I don't know. Meh. How about oil, Catterday? Been great, but I don't know. I mean, if you're in the oil short, you definitely want the markets to continue to. I don't know. It's been sliding anyway. Nothing burger, really. It broke the channel and then back tested it. Oversold. You know, you could continue to rally a little bit, go sideways, maybe bear flag. So it was a great start, but not even close yet, right? I mean, that's what I'm talking about on the breakout and then the back test of the old demand line is now supply line. You reverse there, which is good, I think. Very good. But hasn't made a lower low yet than 36 bucks, right? Or yeah, from September 8th, 2 days ago. So if the macro continues to slide, here's your hedge, or it was, right? It started out as the hedge. The entry of the trade setup was literally at like 42.50 or something, right? I mean, that was it. So, you know, say the market's sliding and someone's short on oil, all right, that's pumping, you know, that in your account, that's pumping while everything else is sliding, right? Hedging, it's hedge stuff. But man, I mean, the argument was pretty sound here. This is, we discussed, I mean, the trade setup was posted 1 week ago, 7 days ago on Patreon night. The argument is just too strong. I was like, dang, man, this is an opportunity. And the next day, boom, perfect, started. There you go, Saturday, man. Cool. I've been live 1 hour and 12 minutes. Not much going on, man. I know, like covering the markets, all the markets, right? Commodities, equities, currencies, all of them. There's just not, you know, an hour, if I'm working hard and streaming and trying to do analysis throughout it, you can get a lot done in an hour of market analysis. So if there's no live price action analysis for me to do, it's like staying stream's much more difficult. It's like, what are we going to do? Yeah, we can look at gold real quick. Sure. That's one we didn't look at. So it's holding. It's holding somewhat, but you know, there you go, dude. It's just distribution after distribution after more. Look at this 200 moving average was tested and failed. Come on, man. Extremely neutral. Though you think fundamentally extremely strong, just because it's fundamentally strong doesn't mean it can't sell off and correct for 6 weeks before it eventually rallies like the Jesus to the upside. Okay, so nah, man, it's just consecutive lower highs and some sort of base of buying right now around the previous all-time high from 2011. Not much of an edge, man. It's neutral. I hate to be that guy. I hate saying it's neutral. People are like, oh, what's the point of TA then? Well, if you stick around long enough, you understand what the point of TA is, okay? Yeah, there was a bullish harmonic on the weekly, but you're not going to like where the PCZ is, 8150, 8200. Oh, man. The weekly real quick. How can you tell me that's not pure indecision right now? You know, haven't seen negative momentum on gold since March. indecision. I mean, yeah, could be just bullish consolidation if you're looking at the weekly. Of course. But you're losing that. I mean, you're about to be neutral again. Okay, so Bitcoin the weekly. If you want to see it, I think I have it here. I don't remember. Yes. So this is the bullish harmonic on Bitcoin. Not this. This is a bear shark. But if bear sharks can always turn into bullish 5-0s, where you hit the 50% retrace and then you rally. So the fact that it didn't hit the 886 perfectly, or quite high enough, which the 886 was right around 12,850 or so. The fact that you didn't quite hit it means like the retrace might be a little bit more shallow than the 50%. You might reverse a little bit before hitting it. So I mean, this could see 8,800. All right, what supports do we have looking left that would, I mean, line up with that? I mean, there you go, right? 8,500 would be, I mean, that would be the target if you did break below 9,600, 9,950. So far, you haven't even tested the candle close from 2018. You just tested the wick high. So breaking the wick high, if you break 9,900, 9,950, 9,600, you break 9,600, you're going down to test 85 and change, right? 8,500 on the dot. Right there. So at that 8,500 area, we'll be looking for seller exhaustion on the daily for a quite possibly a legendary trade. It could be a bullish Gartley on steroids. If we could ever get down to these levels, man, that'd be so much value. 85, 8,700. Okay. There's your harmonic on Bitcoin. Edward, I've had Herman Miller, Aaron. Best chair I've ever sat in my entire life. It's incredible. Highly recommend a Herman Miller if you don't have one. Fortunately, they're extremely expensive, but for good reason. They last forever, and it's so good for your back. All right, man. Well, I think I've served my purpose here today. All right, let's try to create a little bit of value for you. You watch so we can get some market updates, and maybe we find some trades, or maybe not, right? The good news is tonight we got another stream. It's the Patreon podcast. And so if you know, I mean, the discussion is so vibrant that we do find trade setups. People ask questions like, oh, let's go to it, let's look at it, let's hang out, man, let's do things. That's how US oil was found, right? We were talking about it. So you don't want to miss the stream, even though a lot of people do. It's nighttime, whatever. Probably might be drinking alcohol. Who knows, dude? Got to go get some if I'm going to. So I really do appreciate everyone coming out, supporting the stream, just watching, hitting the like button. I think I gained 0 new subs today. It's depressing, man. Okay, there's one. Thanks for the pity sub. So I will leave y'all to it. Be back tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern for the Patreon stream. If you're a patron, you want to be in the voice chat 30 minutes before the stream starts to hang out. It's the pregame, Patreon pregame. We do it every week on Thursdays. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA.
turd nuggets?